Alright, we are live, and hello fellow viewers. Welcome back again to another Safari Sunday, and in Area 4 I basically have everything except a Geodude that I could get via Rock Smash and Heracross, but Heracross is definitely the golden child here that I want to get, so without any further ado, let's start. I already put in the necessary parameters. And hello Animator, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Oh hey there Fiery Chameleon, welcome back to the stream. Shout out to one of my newest Patreons, Fiery Chameleon. Thank you so much for becoming a, having become a Patreon. And you know what that means, right? Just, you can send me a personal message on Discord, and then you can pick a couple of shinies that you want, and you'll get them. We can definitely check which way would be the best. If you would like to have them on, like, in Generation 4, or Generation 5, Generation 6, and Generation 7, then we would need to use Pretendo, because these online services have been discontinued. Spamming the X button. Okay, on what game are you spamming the X button? So the Xbox conference, I'm very impressed. Next Gears of War. Oh, I completely missed it. Completely missed that there was a conference. Today was a voting day in a lot of European countries. Yeah, I'll send you pictures of the shinies. You'll do the Pretendo? Okay, I need to do the Pretendo thing again because I didn't properly set it up the first time. But yeah, that should work. And again, thank you so much. You can also use Home. Home is also a possibility. I have Pokemon Home and I have Pokemon Bank. So even if you want them on a newer game, you don't even need to get the subscription or for Home if you just want to use it for a month. Only just saw the live stream because Moist Critical was streaming it. Wasn't expecting anything major, but out of nowhere a new Doom game and a really good looking new Gears of War game was shown. Oh, okay. A new Doom game. Oh, you have Pokemon Home as well? Yeah, that would also work. I always give my Patreons the choice what they would prefer. And yeah, I'm working on something with my husband where I'll put pictures on Patreon as in what shinies do I have, but also more in a his fan art of them. You resetted your Sekiro data? Oh, did you actually play through Sekiro the first time? Like, did you complete the game? Because that is all of these games, I mean, soul games as they're called sometimes, Dark Souls, Sekiro, they're very ridiculously hard and difficult. Hey there Amit, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Beat many things, somehow I first tried the first boss with the third boss too, skipped the Lady Butterfly. No, you skipped the boss. Yeah, I've heard that is possible. Never beaten Sekiro, me neither, that's just really hard. By choice, of course. First time, hell no, yeah, I'm not asking first time. Everyone who says they did that on their first try, I'm like, are you sure? Or you're just, you know, lying maybe? Because that is pretty hard. Almost beaten Dark Souls 1, but the quality of the game dropped in the second half, making me drop the game. Oh, what was it specifically that you did not like that much in the second half of the game? Okay, trying again for the Heracross. No, not really got sick today. Oh no, get well. Get well soon, Amit. Hopefully it's not something too bad. Remember to drink plenty of water and get rest. Right, let's head to Area 4 again. Oh, what I would give for the Heracross to come back and actually stay in the ball this time. What am I doing? This one can use Sweet Scent. Linoon is not able to use Sweet Scent. Although Ginger, my Linoon, is my HM slave, so to speak. A very practical one. The later half of the game, you do the 4 lords in Dark Souls 1, and all of their locations are really unfun, and outright poor game design in a lot of locations. It's a not so well designed. You have to go there, and the process of finding or locating them is... Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. You can really mess that up if you don't know what you're doing. As a game designer now, not as a gamer. Playing Undertale today? Ah, nice. I want to do the bad endings first. I kill Papyrus. Oh, straight going for the genocide ending there, Ahmed. Today, for some reason, I don't feel bad for doing this. All people love Papyrus, but I didn't feel a thing. Oh, well, yeah, he's a fan favorite because he's so quirky. But pretty funny. You straight up go for the evil playthrough. My first instinct was going for the pacifist because they kind of advertised it as a RPG where you don't have to fight, so I took that route because the genocide route, I mean, that is pretty normal in every other RPG where you just beat the crud out of your enemies. You obtained the Mortal Blade. Congratulations. The final location with the Bed of Chaos is the worst part. I didn't play that part. What's so horrible about that part? Bought Bloodborne yesterday. Well, at least one thing that we now as modern humans have that back 100 or more years ago they didn't have was when they were sick. Well, they couldn't really do anything, or not a lot, but while we are sick, we have advanced medicine and we have video games to spend the time with, so I'd also rather be sick today than 100 years ago. Of course, it also depends on what sickness. This playthrough of Sekiro, I want to actually be more prepared, get more items, and get anything needed. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. How the hell do I go for good ending? All I know is to go for Shura ending, which is the route where you kill everyone. And it's the bad ending. Oh yeah, Sekiro is just like Undertale in that regard, where killing everyone just gives you the bad ending. In the hack and slash game. But I wouldn't know how to get the other endings. Gonna actually do face a white giant monkey without help. Oh. I've heard that it's almost impossible without help. It is doable, but... Well, if you watch streamers that play that... Is that a shiny... Yeah. Alright, 9 minutes in and about 20 seconds, and we already have the first shiny, and of course it's an accidental one, and of course it flees, of course. What was it? Level 29. Alright, this keeps happening. Keeps happening. Right, I think I hit this frame. I don't think I fit the other ones. I was pretty late there. No worries. Let's start again. Two-thirds of Dark Souls 1 is really well designed and fun, but the last half of the game is quite notorious for having a sharp quality drop. Well, then I got lucky for not playing that part then. That's a shame though. Doing the genocide first, because I always keep the good endings for the end. Just like I'm with food. Always keep the best for the end. Ah, okay, you keep the tastiest bits last. Okay, I kind of get that. Well, I think, without spoiling too much, you're gonna be surprised. That you're gonna get, I think, a specific thing that only people get that start with the genocide route. If I'm not mistaken, and they didn't change it. For Undertale, you need to be pacifist to get the good ending, yeah. That was a shiny. I know the shiny fan piece sucks, there's almost no difference, but that was a shiny. I just got shiny fans, yeah. Well, at least not shiny oddish, but that will definitely happen. Just give it time, it will definitely happen. It's just a matter of time. I've only had one Safari stream where I didn't get a shiny oddish, where oddish can be found, and that was a stream where I didn't get anything. For some reason. The game I love is Red Dead Redemption 2. If you don't have a bounty or anything, the game is mainly just peaceful. Yeah, I've heard that you don't have to go the rowdy route, that you can actually play through the game without causing too much trouble. In story game, At least Shiny Oddish looks different than its original look. Yeah, I'm also definitely not a fan of Shiny Fanpy. That's just... I'm just in general not a fan at all of shinies that barely change. Especially, I mean, I don't have that, but there's people that have problems with seeing colors. And that has to be pretty tough. Even if it's tough for a person like me who can discern colors pretty easily, if it's even tough for me to say, oh, that's a shiny. How's it gonna be for people with actual problems seeing color correctly? Sneezed today more than 14 times, so fun fact, when I'm typing this, I just sneezed while typing. Oh, bless you then, Amit. But shoot everyone in the game, because why not? Well, better in the game than in real life, so... yeah. Much better doing that in a game than in real life. But yeah, that was pretty quick, already under 10 minutes in, and we got the first shiny fail in this case. Not that I'll complain, I forgot to count them, but I have too many shiny fanpies already. I don't need another one. Also have Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm always helping poor people, but I end up by mistake, I end up killing people. And then, yeah, you're getting hunted down, and I've been playing Fallout New Vegas lately, and I've been having a blast with it. Oh, my husband is on a full-on Fallout binge right now, like playing the old ones, and also Fallout New Vegas. Game, no matter how old it is, just a timeless classic, New Vegas. He would agree. And what do I get? No, that's not a shiny. Just want the Heracross to appear, come on. Also, I found a copy of GBA Pokemon game that I'm not gonna say, so no one here outbids me, for $2. Oh. Good luck on that. I'm not interested in getting a American one anyway. Hey there, Arch. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Already gotten one shiny, but it fled, and it was a fan piece, so didn't miss too much until now. Just realized the Geodude or Graveler, one of them you can get in the like the rocks if you break them. These rocks right here. But it's not in the thumbnail. I forgot to put it in. Let's see, if I get a Heracross, I might try to do Rock Smash RNG, but I'm gonna show you how disappointing it can be. Your husband has chat taste. Keep your voice down only. What? I didn't hear anything. Nah. Yeah, how you doing, Arch? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty bad at just reading people's facial expressions and body language, but with text it's sometimes even harder. But with the ellipses, do you have a rough day? Hopefully you can wind down. Oh no, physical pain. I've been trying events for my game. Oh, you gamed for 5 hours? I know how that feels, yeah? And now you're just done for, yeah, I imagine. You're still hunting for that very rare exclusive item? Sometimes, I mean, you gotta check for yourself, is it worth it or not? I mean, I definitely understand checking or playing a game for hours to get something. I mean, what am I doing here, right? I'm playing the games for hours at a time to get differently colored Pokemon. I mean, not judging you at all, Arch. But, yeah, if you're in physical pain, that's maybe too much. That item has to be super rare then. Enjoy hunting animals in Red Dead Redemption 2 and selling them for so much money. Then I go to the bar and get drunk with all the money I got. You're not like my nephew, who, what did he do again? I think you can hire a prostitute without actually doing the deed. And just set her free, or at least help her escape. I think that's a thing you can do. There's so many things you can do in Red Dead Redemption 2. I can tell something is a bit wrong with the dots at the end of the sentence. Yeah. Gaming for 5 hours is pain. I said that on a stream, an earlier stream of mine, but I'll say it again. I once played, but that was when I was a kid. I was, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10, but around that range. And I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on GameCube for 11 hours. 11 hours. With just the only breaks being going to the bathroom and my mother making food. And after these 11 hours, I couldn't sleep. I was even hallucinating the sounds and the music of the video game. Even though the game wasn't playing, the GameCube was off, I just heard the sounds and the music playing in my head. Hey there, Oddish. But yeah, that was not nice. And I wasn't really, physical pain, I guess having a near migraine, that does count as physical pain. Yeah, that was not fun. I cannot recommend doing that. I did it again, but not for 11 hours. What was that? 9 hours or 8 hours of old school Pokemon. And then I heard the low HP noise. The battle music, the sounds of attacks, I all heard that in my, it wasn't there, the Game Boy was turned off. But because I've been playing the game for so long, you kind of start to hallucinate because you're hearing these sounds for the whole day. And that's where also my eyes started to hurt a lot. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. definitely, I know I did the same mistake, but yeah, do plan in some breaks from your gaming sessions, definitely. Missing one thing so I can beat it, but it's so annoying and the item is worth it, but I'm so far. Ah, I know how that feels. Back in my day we called Oddish weed. Well, it is weed, yeah. Hey there, Kaiser comes in. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Shout out to one of my Patreons, Kaiser comes in. And yes, as a Patreon, you always get a shout out, of course. Hopefully the viewing hours will increase so I can finally do the special emoticons and maybe have a own YouTube shop. So I can get that going. There was a friend I had who was a YouTuber in Iraq. Oh, cool. Iraqi YouTubers. He made a Red Dead Redemption 2 video that made me die out of laughing, and I got the most views. It's been 3 years and we didn't get part 2. Okay, do you have the link to that video? I'd like to see it. But yeah, you can get into very funny shenanigans in that game. I've definitely seen that. The funniest part, it says part 2 coming. Oh yeah, the cliffhangers and then cliffhangers giving you nothing. That always hurts. Still gets people telling him to upload part 2, but they say I won't even do, though it's easy. Do you know him personally, right? Or not? Maybe however you say that in Iraqian Arabic, but tell him please do it. The people are asking for it. In Pokemon we smoke Oddish. Oh, the poor things. Now I'm picturing the trainers just pulling the herbs or the leaves or whatever it is from the head, and the Oddish just crying, and the human just being like, shut up, and taking out the grinder. But to be fair, Oddish is part poison type. I don't know. Won't you get some very strange things that you, I don't know, I'm not sure about the lore of smoking plant or grass Pokemon. That's a whole can of worms that I never really wanted to open. It's kind of like, can you really be a vegan in Pokemon? Well, yes you can, but then you need to only eat berries. Because, I mean, look at Cherim, or like the cherry Pokemon. Can you eat that? Because it's not meat, but the plant is sentient. Is that really, doesn't that go against one of the major tenets of veganism? But yeah, that's if you bring in real life logic into something like Pokemon. Anyways, got to go to sleep. Good night, bye. Alright, Animator, good night, and see you next time. And I don't want to see this, because this is boring. I want to see a pink Heracross, please. Society, if I could get good boons in Hades. Oh, my husband was saying how in the Hades games, how Hera looks like that. She has a lot of Sims online. Won't be able to understand the language, but I can. Yeah, but maybe from the, like I've watched videos, not just gaming videos, but videos where I didn't understand the language, but from context what's happening, you kind of can guess or understand what's happening. Alright, Heracross, please. So the Iraqi guy is a Valve employee. Oh no, he can't count to 3. But he's already failing at part 2. Valve can do a 2, but not a 3. That's where you have to wait. Hey there, James. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Glad you could make it. Hopefully work week has been treating you nicely. I told for F's sake, dude, it's been 3 years you didn't make part. He said he does not know how to make it funny. He said, I don't have a script. I told him, okay, but you better do it. Well, if you could pull it off the first time, can't you do it the second time? What's the problem? Mom, can I go back to the grind? Extreme malnourishment. Simp Nation, and yeah. And you didn't miss anything, James. At least one shiny did appear in the beginning, but that was an accidental fanpy and it fled. So, I mean, I already have so many shiny fanpies that, I mean, I don't know where to put them. So, I want the Heracross, that's what I want. It's the pink bug in the thumbnail. Always put the thumbnails in a way so that people know what I'll hunt for or what would be possible. I'm gonna blow 50k, if you know, you know. She 100% does. My wife for hire, zealot from StarCraft. Just found out my Google Smart Speaker has a built-in browser, so I could have played your stream on that too last night for 7th extra viewer, but never mind. Hey, that's already a lot of help from you, James, and I really appreciate it, but that's alright. Thank you, though. You didn't mean to put iKid? Okay, because I was about to ask you, what do you mean with iKid? My iPad no longer works. Oh, because you spilled, what was it, juice or water? I've never had an iPad. My parents have one. I used to have or still have it, an iPod Touch, if you still remember that. I was so happy when I got that one. I had that before I had the iPhone. And I only have an iPhone because in Luxembourg you can get them. Basically, if you do a subscription thing with some of them some of their internet providers or phone provider, if you'll get the phone for free, so you don't have to pay for the iPhone. Otherwise it would have been a bit out of my budget. Oh, you started playing New Horizons again? I still cannot get myself to go back to that game. I just can't. If I want to play Animal Crossing again, I'm probably gonna go to New Leaf or the GameCube one. No, I want a shiny, please. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I saw someone who drew Jesus in the Hades art style. Made him look like a Middle Eastern, and oh boy, you wouldn't see in the comments. Yeah, I mean, that is such a delusion from some of the Christians that live today. Do they really think Jesus is gonna be a guy from the desert and he's gonna be blonde with blue eyes? You know, as someone who's blonde with blue eyes, let me tell you this. I don't live anywhere near the desert, but today I had to put sunscreen on me, 50+ factor, or else I would get a big sunburn. We're not made for the desert, definitely not. So I don't think someone who comes from that place in the world is gonna be a white person, definitely not. I don't know, that's just absolutely delusional. Of course it's gonna be looking like a Middle Eastern guy, of course. What do you expect? That's just normal. Well, Arch, I wish you good luck on your grind, and remember to eat and drink something, alright? Yeah, if the hallucinations start, I warned you. Let me explain how that Red Dead Redemption 2 video, he was playing with his friend and they got together, ended up chasing the train, but his friend ended up eating and getting drunk over... Okay. It's funny, that's 30-minute video. Yeah, it was amazing. I died of laughter, still watch it till this day. Yeah, I mean, if you get drunk in that game, usually shenanigans and hilarities ensue. That's just how it goes, from my experience. Right, time to multitask. Fallout New Vegas while chatting on Safari's Sunday stream on my phone. Enjoy New Vegas. You know, my husband has been playing the Fallout games now for hours and hours. Sometimes you have to remind yourself to take a break. But he also does the multitasking by working on his stuff and then playing Fallout. So I was watching how-to videos when I was redoing my room and knocked my glass of water on the iPad. Okay. Still worked after that, but today it died and I'm saving for a replacement. It's £300 on eBay. Oh, I thought it was gonna be more because, I mean, iPads are pretty... What do they cost new? I bet like at least £1,000. I don't know because I've never bought an iPad. I never had the need to have one. And I don't know, that's pretty expensive for something that you don't even need. Almost made a joke when you said blonde and blue eyes I was going to make. Oh, James. And there we go again. Something morbid will eventually pop up in the chat. It's just a guarantee at this point. Everyone knows Jesus was black and born out of an Easter egg in April. That's the hidden lore. I mean, black Jesus makes more sense than blonde and blue eyes Jesus. I mean, imagine being like that in the desert while I have to sometimes in the summer, wear sunglasses inside because my eyes are just like, oh, it's so bright I can barely see anything. Yeah, think the desert's gonna be the end of me, so definitely not looking like that in the desert. Wouldn't be a good thing. Not advantageous at all. Did someone say Fallout New Vegas? Ah, here we go. Yep, we did talk about Fallout New Vegas. Almost accidentally opened up Team Fortress 2 by muscle memory. Yeah, geez, that game, huh? That really... It's been so long now that it existed. I know, I still remember when I first learned of it. It's existed. That was just... And now it's been over a decade at this point. How time flies. Okay, let's go over this. No, I don't want to do a wheelie. Couldn't even do one in real life. Not gonna need it here. Definitely not. I'm gonna need a Heracross. I'm also not made for the desert, even though I'm Iraqi. I don't leave my house only for buying milk. Otherwise, I'm stuck in a dark room, and I hate when my family think I'm sad because I don't leave my room. Yeah, not everyone is. I mean, I know black people who love the winter, and I mean, I'm also somewhat unconventional. I prefer the summer and spring over the colder months, but it's just that with my perplexion, I just can't go into the sun for too long. Just not a good idea. Most expensive iPad is nearly £2,000. Oh, £2,000. Oof. But the iPad I have came out in 2020, so my one pre-owned is like 300. Ah, okay, so you buy it pre-owned. Yeah, of course, that would be a wiser choice. What are you guys on about? Jesus already here in this world? Moist critical? Yeah, the new internet Jesus. I also am subscribed to him. Like, I subbed him back when he was really not well known, and now him being one of the most well-known YouTubers. Sometimes that's just funny when that happens. Leaving my room, they always tell me see the world, enjoy it, and as soon as I go into the sun, I made a sound effect of a vampire when he goes into the sun. Yeah, I mean, today it just told me, my weather app said, oh, it's gonna be 20 degrees and sunny, and I'm like, oh yeah, nice. But then the UV index was like, oh, be careful, you're gonna feel the sun, it's gonna hit hard. Okay, I put my sunscreen on, and I was a minute in the sun, I was like, oh, okay, that feels like 30 degrees, not 20 degrees. As I got older, I realized I don't need the newest stuff. My iPad is 4 years old, my watch is from 2022, and AirPods are from 2021. Yeah, I never was like that. I just, I never understood that. Probably it's because of peer pressure. I never caved into peer pressure. I was either too autistic or too stubborn to abide by peer pressure. But yeah, I never did get the latest thing. Most of the things that I own, or at least I buy a lot of, most of the stuff that I buy is secondhand. And there's tons of old things that I have that I still use. And I usually use my things until they break or can't be repaired anymore. Extremely sad remembering how dominant TF2 was on the PC market. Yeah, it was really dominant. Only to be laughing stock in the current state. Yeah. Yeah, they did have some kind of downfall, definitely. Some people say it started when it became free to play. I guess that's debatable. Alright, let's see. No. Come on. Shiny, please. What, James? We talked about Jesus and we talked about subscriptions, but... Oh, you mean, Moist Critical or Penguins Zero is a YouTuber who's very popular at the moment. And he kind of, you know, he has a beard and he has long hair, and that's why people sometimes jokingly call him Jesus. Because he has some kind of Jesus vibes, I have to admit. But that's, I'm sub to him, that YouTuber. You might have already come across the YouTuber in question. Screw Thanatos. Hey there, Cry to Skyawaker. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Just checking in because I'm heading to eat something, then take a shower. Almost missed it due to my COD mobile playing. Oh, you had fun, so that is what matters, isn't it? And, well, for your meal, enjoy it. Whatever you're having. I've had my iPad since it came out, so it lasted a few years. Might have had a look in Germany for a replacement. I hear pre-owned tech is cheaper over there. Sometimes, yeah. It depends, though. If you really want to get good deals in Germany, I would recommend try using Kleinanzeigen, that's what it's called. Remember, I showed it you already. You get so many good deals on there. And sometimes they ship, but a lot of them, well, their English might not be that good. You just have to be very kind when you write to the sellers. Because there's a meme in Germany where they just ignore people who say, yeah, what's the last price? Or just, hey, is that the price? You have to be kind. You have to say hello, or just be a gentleman, I guess, and then they'll be much more willing to answer. Anyone watch Pokemon Rage Who Want to Be a Millionaire? Well, no, I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to, Amit. I think the downfall of TF2 can be tracked on the day July 6, 2016. Alright. Also known as the Meet Your Match update. Oh, yeah? I do wonder, right now he's not in the chat, but I do wonder if my husband agrees to that. He played that game religiously. Meteor match legit makes me mad due to how more and more incompetent it is and only grows worse with hindsight. Yeah, that was definitely not such a good idea. That German eBay is really good. All depends if the hotel will allow me to get things delivered there. Well, you could go to a... Like, you can do that in Germany. I've done that as well. You can go to a post and ask them for a... like a parcel box, just temporarily, and then you can ask them to send the parcels there, and you'll get a mail or something or a call, and you can pick it up. So maybe look into that. I did that as well, and it works. All right. Let's see what we got this time. Another shiny accidental Fanpy. Did I hit that frame again? Yes, of course. The last one was also level 29. Okay, you're still with me? Already put the frame that I've hit into Eontimer. Let's see if this time it will stay or not. No. Okay. Second one appears. Second one flees. That's how it goes. Not that I'm too sad about that. I already have enough of them. I just want a Heracross. Come on. Just type Pokemon Rage you want to be a millionaire on YouTube. Alright, I'll do that then. Basically, the Meteor Match update introduced competitive mode and casual mode into TF2, or just like with Smash Bros. Remember that? For fun and for glory. Doesn't sound too bad, but how they handled them was beyond the worst way possible. Yeah, in theory, it doesn't sound bad on paper. Not a bad idea. But sometimes even the best ideas get usurped if the execution is terrible. And I keep saying that. When people say, oh, I have such good ideas, well, I'm believing you, alright. I'm not saying you're lying to some people in discussions, but I do say, but everyone, or almost everyone, has good ideas. What really is the crucial process, or the crucial part, is how is the execution of said idea. Because if that is terrible, then a good idea is not going to really help you. TF2 wanted to be Overwatch with the update and failed hard. Oh yeah, I remember that. And now look at the state of Overwatch. Definitely lost a big player base there, right? There's... At least I don't hear as much of Overwatch as I used to. Very off topic from TF2. Hey, there's no... I mean, the topics in my chats, they just go absolutely wild. They go from medicine to psychology to Pokemon to anything really. Sushi, pizza, you know. Fallout, Hades, and Pokemon, but I finally decided to cut someone out of my life who was actively causing me serious problems. Feels very strange. Oh, that's very good to hear. I'm glad. Let me guess, it was the narcissist? Because if you did that, then good one, Katakam is in. Because you don't... I just realized that narcissists are just so toxic. The only way they can feel better about themselves is by pushing other people down. Either by minimizing your achievements or not caring, like you say, oh, I've did that, that's my achievement. And they're like, But when they talk about themselves, you know... You have to be, oh, wow, really? Oh, you're the best. You're the king. You're the, I don't know. Yeah, that's not gonna... It's not gonna get better with time. In my experience, gonna get worse with time. And unfortunately, narcissists are kind of automatically, inherently not willing to go to therapy, because how dare you suggest them that they're wrong or that they have a need to fix something about themselves, even though that's just human. Everyone has something that they could fix about themselves. But yeah, okay, another one. Well, still, a toxic person cut off is always good. Put distance where there. Alright, that's already a good beginning. Or someone else, give me a second and I'll type it out. Is it too long? Didn't read? Yeah, no problem. If you feel like sharing it, of course. Go watch Lister's video on TF2, Meet Your Match video. Lister, I've heard of him. There's this timestamp where he talks about the update, but watching the whole video is recommended. Hey, I watched like H-Bomber guy 4-hour videos, and I don't my attention span has no problem with that. Actually, like deep dive videos where, especially when people have very compelling arguments. I like that. And the nerdier, the better, honestly. That's a Heracross, but unfortunately not a shiny. What's your favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet? For me, it's Tinkaton. What about you? Definitely, without the shadow of a doubt, Shiyu. Shiyu is just amazing. It's good. And I mean, it's a goldfish. I love goldfish. It's one... Those who know me really well, they know I have a goldfish obsession. One of my absolute favorite animals of all time. Right next to house cats. Small cats. And emperor penguins. I'm insane for these animals. I wouldn't say favorite, it's more like even more than that. It's like an obsession. I wouldn't lie when I say I have gigabytes of goldfish and cat and emperor penguin videos and images on my computer. Which isn't really necessary, but I just love these animals so much. So definitely Shiyu is one of the, just generally in my top 5 already. But out of Scarlet and Violet, definitely my absolute favorite. Just such a good Pokemon. And very interesting type combination, dark fire. And it's actually very good competitively, so I get a favorite animal as a Pokemon, and then it's a cool Pokemon, and then it's also very good. That's like the fantastic new Pokemon bingo. Love it. And the shiny is also super nice. Basic was the first person in almost 5 years that I had feelings for. Ooh, yeah, that adds in a layer of very complex feelings. And they horribly let me on. Why do people do that? I'll never understand. Would talk about their private life and send heart at the end of their text and stuff. Then they suddenly grew bored with me and basically stopped talking to me. Oh, so sun ghosting? After love bombing phase? Okay, very, very unusual. I'd ask, how was your day, and get no response. Make plans to hang out and have them cancelled last minute. Okay, those already multiple red flags there. Definitely. So I don't think you lost a lot there. But I do understand that if you have feelings for a person like this, it's easy to say cut the contact, but I mean that does add a layer that is makes it even harder to deal with, right? It's good to hear the video goes in depth on how we play TF2 through our years with quick play and community service, and eventually talks about Meet Your Match, establishing how the game got destroyed by the update. Mioscara and Fuecoco are my favorites. Oh yeah, the whole Sprigatito line, I love it. Sprigatito is such a good design, fantastic. I mean, it's a cat, of course, that's my weakness. But just the design is... all glory to the Wheat Cat, honestly. And I think every Pokemon generation had bad and good designs. I don't think they lost their imagination or that they're running out of ideas. At least not in terms of Pokemon. The Pokemon themselves are actually always have been top notch. It's just how, I mean, Game Freak is just too small of a team, and I do expect much better from a franchise that makes several $1 billion a year. They could make like the best Pokemon game ever made, but no, better feed us breadcrumbs, you know. That is the unfortunate sorry state that the franchise is in right now. And there we go. Our good old friend Shiny Oddish. Hey there, Shiny Oddish, I was talking about you. And I mean, you always tend to come, and for some reason it's always happening again and again. No, you don't want to stay? Alright. Let me check which frame you are then. Oh, you still don't want to stay? Which one of these? No idea. Oh no, was I like a couple of frames off? Is that it? Was I 2 frames too early? Shiny Oddish caught, guys. Yeah, of course. Another one. I can fill single boxes with Shiny Oddish now. What is going on? Okay. So first shiny that I've actually caught. And another one appeared in the beginning, but well, you know, didn't want to be part of my team, I guess. Had other plans. But let's try again. I was pretty close to the Heracross, so let's see. Cats are my weakness too. Yeah, cats are just amazing. And I like them. They seem to randomly like me as well. Usually when I see a cat, I say, or just, you know, slow blink at them, say, hey, who's a good kitty cat? And they just come up to me. Too bad I had to be cursed with an allergy. Like, why do I, as a cat lover, and apparently also loved by cats, why do I have to get born with a cat allergy and not some sick bastard from 4chan who tortures cats? Can't tell me there's a loving God when this is happening. Okay, that's a very facetious, kind of a joke, of course, but yeah. Darn you, stupid allergy. I've gotten rid of my dog allergy, luckily, and I do plan on getting a dog at one point. Because I also love dogs. Just because I'm a cat person doesn't mean I don't love dogs. I just prefer cats. I like their autonomy. I like how they're not... I mean, I really love the loyalty a dog gives you. That's one of the purest things I've ever come across on this planet. I really have to say that. A dog's loyalty is just wonderful. But I kind of prefer cats in a way that they don't give you blind loyalty. Like, you can abuse a dog and still gonna come with you, but a cat, you hit that thing once and it says, oh yeah, F you, I'm not gonna associate with you any longer. And you know, you gotta appreciate cats for having a character like that. I basically Stockholm syndrome myself because of these feelings. Yeah, I imagine. Recently decided enough was enough, that's good. Tired of that BS, so I cut them out of everything. Oh, that's very good. I'm very glad that you don't have to deal with that. And just remember, allow yourself to grieve. Don't bottle these feelings up. That will never work. It doesn't work. It's not good. It just hurts more in the end. So allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to, you know, maybe you're cooking something for yourself and then you just burst into tears, but just let it happen. And try to be surrounded by people who love you and care you. care for you and who have your back. And then hopefully you'll get out of this emotional mess in time. But just allow yourself to heal. Because I can speak from experience, bottling up emotions that will blow up later, definitely. Just got oddished. Yeah, I seem to always get oddished here. Have a problem of me always hating the most loved Pokemon. Like, I don't like Meowscarada, I'm sorry. I know you love it. I respect that, but to me, not a big fan. I want to hear some stupid opinions. Hey, sure, if you don't like it. I mean, I hate Darkrai, the Pokemon, but I have a friend who loves Darkrai and she hates Latias, and we're still friends. Because we don't hate each other because of opinions on virtual creatures. That would just be very childish, wouldn't it? And yeah, go ahead. I see if you don't like Meowscarada. I would prefer it to not be bipedal. But then again, I prefer my animals like they come in nature and not the furry variant. Agreed. Pokemon is a bit disappointing state for the past 6 years, or maybe more. But yeah, it could definitely be much better. Ever since went on the Switch, was excited to see new Pokemon game with the showcase of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, exactly. I got so disappointed then, because look what Zelda Breath of the Wild was capable of doing. And then if you see like what Pokemon brought to the table, it's like, really? And they make so much money. You can't believe they make more money than Disney, I think. Pokemon is like a huge conglomerate. It prints money. They're like, what's his English name again? I know his German name is different, but, oh yeah, Scrooge McDuck. They're Scrooge McDucking themselves. They're just swimming in a pool of money and they're doing the absolute bare minimum. Just, you know, the kind of manipulation tactic of giving you breadcrumbs so you still stay because, well, they give you something, but the something that they give you is not good, and then they starve you and then it's breadcrumbs again. But they know, they just know, the shareholders know that it's Pokemon. Of course everyone's gonna buy it. It can even be the worst game ever and people would still buy. Aww, come on. Do that again. Hey there, Xatu. But yeah, they buy it regardless if it's the worst game ever or not. Because it's Pokemon. So you still make a profit, even though if you would fail dramatically. And that's the kicker, right? That's the problem. Pokémon and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but then Pokemon Sword and Shield was shown. Remember feeling so disappointed and actually a little depressed. It's the same. I was like, oh my god, should I really buy this game? Ugh, look how dysfunctional it is, and they're still using the 3D models and kind of the animations from X and Y. Oh, come on, does that happen again and again? Just advances too many frames, that's why I have to reset. But yeah, it's really disappointing. I'm not talking about graphics, I'm talking about how the battles could look. My husband and I, we have a whole, basically we could make a whole game design document about how to make a new Pokemon game, as in not a main series game, but something of the likes of Colosseum and XD and Pokemon Battle Revolution. And that would work. I think we just need to write that down and publish that, just to give people an idea what could be done. And they definitely have the budget for that. They just don't want to do it because they don't actually want to work hard. They want to, you know, make money, and that's it, with the least amount of work possible. Don't hate animals, but I just don't feel like I'm good enough to take care of a whole living being unless I gonna eat it. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, humans are, after all, predators. And if I remember correctly, you kind of grew up in not a farm, but didn't you say you were used to seeing animals get slaughtered for food? Which, yeah, I mean, sure, some people are just not animal people, but then as long as you don't go out hurting random innocent animals, then I don't mind. I'm gonna get sushi pizza in the mail. My dad's gonna be super angry when he sees that. Oh, I told him about the existence of sushi pizza, and he didn't say a word. The way he looked at me, that was enough. That poor Italian man's heart that was shattered that day. The day he knew about sushi pizza. Some dumb opinions I have is I hate God of War. You don't like God of War? Interesting. Why? I mean, I like it. It's not one of my favorites, unlike some others. But I mean, it is... Gen 3 just has a lot of nice Pokemon. My dumb opinion, let's say, I don't like N from Pokemon Black and White. I think he's super pretentious. He's somewhat of a Mary Sue, or I guess Marty Stu, because he's male. Definitely not a fan of that character. Never was. Even though he is kind to Pokemon and he has a Menja sponge, a fractal, as a necklace, which is something really cool. I would also do that, but other than that, nah, not a fan of N. Definitely not. Hey there, Eddie Anderson. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Been playing Generation 5 and 4 of late, because I've more fun with old games and there are less bugs. Yeah, I'm also almost exclusively playing retro games lately. Almost exclusively. I don't know, there's just... The newer games are just so disappointing. A lot of them. And unfortunately as well for some newer Nintendo titles, I don't know, where's the soul? There used to be so much soul in these games, and now it's just, I don't know, corporate just selling things or making them as fast as possible just to push them out. I'd give Call of Duty credit. They give Call of Duty the biggest AAA experience because it prints money. I haven't played the newest ones, so I wouldn't know. But are they good? I remember the one where you could go to space that got like tons of backlash back in the day. But I never played that game, so I can't say if that backlash is merited or not. And what do I get is... No, that's not a shiny. See, it almost looks like the shiny, but it's not. And that's when you know you have a bad shiny. Pokemon is just the upscale 3DS game on the Switch. Yeah, exactly. And it could look so much better. And I'm not talking graphics, but just how the battles look, you know? Imagine, like, take a look at the movies, how they portray some battles. And you could do that today. Back then, okay, on a GameCube, maybe not. On a Wii, definitely not. Maybe not on a Wii U. Maybe not on a Switch, I wouldn't know. But definitely next gen, that would be possible. We don't want Pokemon to stand around anymore. We want, like in the anime, we want action. Imagine if you don't know if the move hits, but you just see it while it happens. And imagine every Pokemon match being, oh, you're like at the edge of your seat because you're not sure what's gonna happen. Just like if you watch a football game, that would be so much more interesting. But of course, that would be a lot of work. And they prefer cutting Pokemon out of the decks. Well, then maybe don't make a new generation every 2 years. We definitely don't need to have a new Pokemon generation every 2 or 3 years. They could take their time and work like more quality over quantity. Gen 4 and 5 are practically bugless when compared to the newest games. Gen 4 maybe not so much, but Gen 5, yeah. Spent €5 on a stick of air-dried salami. Ah, yes. A man of culture, I see. You get that a lot in Europe. When I usually buy the cheap sliced stuff and the difference is really noticeable. I got it at Lidl. Yeah, James, I don't know why you're... I mean, you do you, right? You're an adult, I'm not your mom. I'm way too young to be your mom, and I'm not telling you what to do with your life and your money, but... Maybe don't buy as much junk food. Maybe sometimes it really is worth it buying the higher quality version. And air-dried salami when it's really good. Oh, so good. I mean, not quite, not 100% a Marty stew, but just how he's just, oh, he can talk to Pokemon, and he's a very enigmatic guy, and every Pokemon loves him, and he just effortlessly befriends a legendary, and it's like, okay, sure, but when we see his character, it's like, what's his character? He's very bland. And kind of an extremist, like he also releases his Pokemon. Like, I mean, I don't release friends. I mean, in the Pokemon world, if I had them, I would not even think of them as owning them. And I would let them sit at the table with me. To show them, hey, we're equal. God of War as a Pokemon is okay, not bad at all, but the stupid, questionable art by some sick fans make me feel disgusted so bad, plus I also don't like okay, yeah, you've come across that artwork. Yeah, that can sometimes be something that changes the opinion on of a Pokemon. In the same boat, only played Helldivers 2 and Palworld. Even those two games were pretty disappointing in some fashions. Yeah, I remember where Palworld was everywhere, and now no one talks about it anymore. Like, what happened? And Palworld was very derivative. Like, they basically stole some designs. Pokemon Stadium has better looking battles compared to the newer Pokemon games, and that game came out in Nintendo 64. Yeah, but that was because it wasn't Game Freak who did that. It was a studio called Genius Sonority. And they knew what they were doing, and this is a shiny, isn't it? Yeah. And another shiny fan P. Why do I keep getting the level 29 frame? Jeez. Please, I just want a shiny Heracross. How hard can that possibly be? And you're mocking me. Of course you are. Or... yeah, trolling me. Not getting a Heracross and then a Fanpy that is like, maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll not stay. Maybe I'll break out. Yeah, decide. Pick something. Are you gonna come with me or not? Which one is it gonna be? So, alright. Shiny Fanpy. Alright, another one. I really need that meme. Another one. I don't know how many I already have. You know when you stop counting because you have too many? That's pretty much where I'm at. So, get to chill right next to the shiny weed. Have fun with that. And I'm gonna save and try for the Heracross again, this time with calibration. There we go. Remember when Pokemon generations came out every 4 to 5 years? Every generation was a much higher quality. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone has positive memories of Gens 3, 4, and 5 practically. Yeah, definitely. That is also something that you notice when you talk to a lot of fans. Especially those that grew up with the series. And, you know, like myself, I grew up with the series. I was there since the beginning, and Gen 1 was very buggy and sometimes super inconvenient and annoying as well. And just seeing the quality of life changes become better and better just for one generation to take 5 steps back. That is definitely a disappointment. Honestly, I like that you're sort of like the mom friend. Don't remember last time I bought junk food apart from when I went to an Asian store yesterday, but my diet is mostly meat and vegetables. Yeah, I'm not trying to judge you or something like that, and if it does come across as that, then I apologize. But yeah, just be a bit careful with, especially very processed bad salami. It's not worth the money. Just meat and eggs and other things. It's better to buy higher quality food. Your body will thank you. I completely refuse to buy eggs, for example, that come from a battery. Not a battery that you use for electricity, of course, but the tiny cages chickens are trapped in, and that's just such a cruel way to live. I mean, okay, I'm eating meat, I'm eating eggs, I know where that stuff comes from, okay? It doesn't grow on trees, I'm very aware of that fact. But I don't want the animals that I consume to live in pain. That is just not what I want. That's not... No. We can give them a good life, so we should. If we're already taking the life away from them, then I think it's an obligation to give them a good life. But apparently, well, you know, profit motive and all that. There we go, being political again. That and morbid topics, politics, sushi, pizza. There's just some things that always come up in every single stream. During my teenage years, though, I've been going to McDonald's every day after college, but then COVID and veganism happened and I gained a lot of weight, which I've nearly lost. So you gained some weight that you lost during the COVID and veganism phase, or... well, phase, I guess. I don't know if it's a phase or not. It doesn't really matter if it is. If you go to back to veganism, I'll definitely respect that. And I'll try to, if you come back to my place again, I'll try to cook vegan. I mean, I'm not looking or planning to go vegan, but that still doesn't mean that I don't respect vegans. Guess I can understand that a bit. I think the fault with N is that he's an extremist in his beliefs. His ability in tandem with manipulation made him an extremist, yeah. I think those faults make him not a Gary Stu or whatever it's called, but I do agree he could have been handled way better. Yeah, and then he just appears and then he's just gone and then like, okay, wait, that's it? I don't know, felt like an incomplete character to me. I forgot about Pal World. Me too, James, me too. In regards to the mom friend thing, you're just looking out for me, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I did have the nasty experience of looking out for people and then people lashing out against me because I was annoying them. But I just was looking out for them. I thought that telling them, wait, this is gonna happen, my autistic brain thought that was a good idea. And still no shiny Heracross, come on. I want that pink bug. I want it now. No, a different company handled Pokemon Station. Oh, yeah, it was. It wasn't Stadium. You mean? It wasn't Game Freak. It was Genius Sonority, and I mean, I like their stuff. They have some very interesting ideas for sound design, but Colosseum and Exia, one of the best Pokemon games ever made, and also the best GameCube games. So I recommend them to anyone who wants to get into the GBA games of Pokemon and also GameCube games. Yes, I buy free range eggs and only those. And in restaurants, when they use eggs, I sometimes ask the waiter or the waitress, do you know how they got the eggs? To be fair, in Europe, it's very often they buy from local farmers, so I'm good there. But some like main like chains, they don't really get it from the best sources. So I try to eat fast food like as rarely as possible. I had Subway yesterday. That was the last fast food that I have. Usually, at most once a month. As a teenager, I ate fast food also once a week, but I don't know. I kind of felt the difference when I switched to a healthier diet, and I felt better. You definitely feel it. Can recommend trying to eat as healthily as possible. I know it's not easy. I know that unfortunately so many healthy foods taste horribly. Isn't that right? Broccoli and coriander. I have to be cursed with these stupid genes. To me, coriander or cilantro tastes like soap. Like just a single itsy bitsy little dash of that herb in a food, and it just tastes like someone put soap in it so that I wouldn't eat it. I just cannot eat that. It's disgusting. And broccoli, because I am a super taster and I have an affinity, like the genetic affinity to bitterness, that means you have an aversion, you just taste the bitterness even stronger than others. And yeah, broccoli and coriander are very healthy. I'm kind of angry that I have these genes. I don't want to have them. Well, but that's just the thing. Can't really change it. I would prefer being able to eat these because they're healthy, but oh well. Carrots and other legumes and vegetables will do. Spinach, for example. I like spinach raw, or at least the leaves, much better than cooked spinach. Can't really eat cooked spinach. I don't know, the taste of spinach with the texture of the cooked bit. Like that disgusting pile of mush. Bleh. Bleh. But as a leaf in a bowl of ramen or something like that, love it. That's just tastes completely different because of the texture smell. And apparently I have a gene that lets me smell ants. So I recently learned that no, not everyone can smell ants. I always thought ants just had a very specific smell. And I mean, they do. But you have to have a very specific gene in order to smell that. And, well, figured that one out very late, like at the age of 30. I'll have to show you the old salami versus the new salami. Okay, do that. But yeah, buy some good salami. Definitely. Oh, come on, I want a shiny. What is this? A bird orb or a borb, but I don't need a borb right now. I need a Heracross. Remember as a kid thinking that Pokemon generations were named that way because they were made for a new generation of players, and was confused when new generations came out so quickly? Yeah. I thought the same, actually. Okay. Throat's getting a bit dry. Hydration. Don't forget to drink water. I unfortunately often forget to drink water. I really don't like that about myself. But I do make myself tea more often, and I try to carry around water jugs so that I don't forget. I gained weight from the McDonald's, and then veganism made me gain more weight. Yeah, people are so surprised and they say, how can a vegan be fat? Well, that can also happen. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it has no calories or not a lot of calories. There's also vegan food that's very unhealthy. I don't plan on being vegan ever again, and I've lost weight, but I'm still trying to lose more. Alright, I mean, do what my husband did, you know. You remember, right? He lost like 10 kilos just by jogging. He just goes for a jog, for a run, and he didn't really change a lot about his diet, and he lost weight fast. Like we have to we reached a point where we have to go shopping for new trousers and new shorts and new pants, because the old ones he really needs to, I mean, they don't fit anymore. He just lost so much weight. Jogging really does wonders for that. I've grown to love spinach. I can eat a bag of spinach like it's chips. I mean, with me it depends. If it's just a leaf like that, I can eat that, no problem. But not the cooked, warm, slimy spinach that is just bleh. Bah. Disgusting. Only get fast food if I'm in a new city, but I don't get it as regularly as I did in college. Like in college with friends, it was McDonald's for lunch every single day. Oh, that's oof. Supersize me, but in real life, I kind of. Cilantro is a very specific herb, a spice. And there's a very specific gene that people can have that makes it so that if you have it, cilantro and coriander taste like soap to you. And I have that. I don't even need a gene test because I've spit out food before where I was like, oh my god, they put soap in my food, and then someone else was like, no, like taking a bite and was like, no, what do you mean? It's very fresh and yeah, fresh herbs. There's no soap in it. It just didn't taste it, and was like, wait, it literally tastes like someone just put soap into my dish so that I couldn't eat it. But no, that was when I found out, yeah, cilantro. Have I mentioned I have perfect pitch before? Can't remember if I have. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. We're both in the same boat. A lot of neurodivergent people, especially autistic people, have perfect pitch. There's definitely, I've seen studies and meta-analysis about that. There seems to be a very stark correlation between the two. I'm not really surprised, given our love for pattern recognition. I'll get a hamburger in Hamburg. Yeah, that is obligatory. Come on, where is the shiny? Shiny Heracross, where art thou? I need you. Without doing that, I don't like cooked spinach either. If I get a pizza and has spinach, I ask them to put it on after cooking. Now, spinach is really... I mean, I eat more spinach than I ever have before in my life, but it's the leaves. But I always planned on getting a genetic test just to see what I have and maybe find some old lost relatives, because I definitely know that my mom had an aunt, and when the Second World War started, that part of my family fled to Maryland, so in the US, Maryland, and they had children there, and I have some family, some of my bloodline, so to speak, is in the US. I also know from my Italian side that some of them are in Brazil. I just would love to see where they are at. And I also want to, before I ever have children, I want to see if I don't give them any genes that should not be spread any further. Like, I don't know, a proficiency for autoimmune disorders, or... I mean, I have to say I'm pretty lucky. We don't have cancer in our family. We don't have dementia. We don't have diabetes type 2. So in that regard, I think I'm gonna get a good result. But yeah, I definitely thought about doing a test like that before. Not only an ancestry test, but also a what quirks do I have, or should I really give my genes to the next generation kind of test. I know I have vitiligo, but I mean, I don't think that's a extreme affliction. I don't mind having it. You know that one friend that loves to take a photo of anything, then he ends up putting that photo on his Instagram or any social media account? I hate those people. Oh, you mean they take pictures of you without asking you, without getting your consent, and then they do it? Yeah, I don't like that at all. I agree with you, Ahmed. That really sucks. It's actually illegal to do that in Luxembourg. You could get into trouble when you do that, and it has happened before. And oh man, was there a fallout of that person going onto Facebook and just crying about it, having a full-on blown out toddler meltdown about that. Well, just don't take pictures of strangers and put them on the internet. Come on. Have you heard of consent? Do you know what that is? Should be taught more. That's something very important to learn in your life if you want to be a good functioning member of society. I do take pictures of what I cook, but that to show my skills as a baker or a chef. But when you take photos of what you eat, that is not skills. Call that bragging of your money. Well, I sometimes take pictures as in, oh yeah, then I remember I went to that restaurant with that person and I ate this for the memory, in a way. When I do journaling or something, I put that picture there. Sometimes I share them on social media, but it's not like, look, I made this, because no, I'm not skilled enough to make food like that. That's not my strength. Hate people who just take pictures of what they buy. It's not what you're special, so they gave you this food. You got it because you pay that money. That's all. Yeah, flexing with money is definitely like, come on, that doesn't make you a better person. No, cilantro, one is the leaf. Oh no, that was wrong. Oh god, what do I get now? One is the leaf and the other is a seed, and I forget which one is which. Okay, that was a mess up. Sorry on my part. My mom always takes pictures of me without my consent. I really don't like that. My mother-in-law has done that as well with my husband. Well, she stopped when I told her, please don't do that. I've confronted her so many times about it and she keeps on doing it. Come on. That just makes me angry reading things like that. Do people not care about boundaries? Like, you can't just do that and the person tells you please don't, and then you keep doing it. That's breaking someone's boundary. And I mean, in this case, it's your own mother. It's your... I mean, I don't even have a kid, but already the thought of me having a son and breaking his boundaries makes me shudder. It's like, no, how could you? Then cries about how I don't trust her. Oh, that's a classic, isn't it? That's definitely a classic. And I don't mean that in a fun way. Oh, jeez. I feel you, that sucks. Jeez. People really, I don't know what's up lately, but seems like emotional intelligence has been on a steep nosedive. And just boundaries don't matter. It's all about me, and me. Did I mention me? Taking hundreds of pictures of yourself, putting that on social media. Caring more about how you present yourself rather than what you do. That's just, I don't know, really not a fan of that trend. Just that blatant violation of someone's boundaries. It's just, I don't know, too empathetic for that. That would hurt me. I couldn't live with myself if I do that. But then again, you can't have a bad conscience if you don't have a conscience at all. Right? That's why these bastards sleep so tight at night. Oh well. You can only change yourself, you can't really change other people. I've been there and that was a waste of time. Don't recommend doing that. And they need at least a certain amount of self-reflection to be able to change. And that's the kicker, right? A lot of people don't seem to have even that, which is very scary in my opinion. And here we are again talking about psychology and empathy and all of these things while I'm looking for a pink bug. So welcome to YouTube. That's the internet in 2024. Imagine like telling this to someone 1,000 years prior, like without any context. That would be insane for them. Hallo Young Money Rasim, was geht ab? Ja, wie geht's dir? Willkommen zurück zum Stream. Ich habe schon einige Shinies bekommen. Die meisten sind geflüchtet, weil das ist ja die Safari-Zone, du weißt ja, wie es geht, ne? Immer derselbe Spaß. Aber 2 davon habe ich bis jetzt gefangen. Das wäre ein Mirapla, Klassiker. Mach immer wieder Scherze darüber, Mirapla, Shiny. Ich krieg das immer wieder erwische ich den Frame anstelle von dem Frame, das ich eigentlich suche. Und ja, dasselbe mit Funpy habe ich auch jetzt ein Shiny bekommen. Obwohl von den beiden habe ich jetzt, ich weiß nicht schon, 15 Shinies, 20 Shinies. Weißt du, wenn du nicht mehr zählst, so viele habe ich. I admit to buying junk food on the Asian store yesterday. But that was because it was an Asian store, hardly ever had Asian stores. Oh, where you sent me the video of the chips? Or no, that was the other thing that I translated for you, at least. I read the name, and it was not Chinese, it was Japanese. Wenigstens erwischst du ein Shiny, ich krieg kein einziges. Oh, bist du auch dabei? Ja, du bist auch dabei, ein Shiny zu hunten. Was ist es nochmal? Hilf mir auf die Sprünge. Aber dann viel Glück dabei. Gut, bei mir ist das Glück ja nicht daran, ein Shiny zu bekommen. Da muss ich nur mit dem Timing das perfekt hinkriegen. Aber bei mir ist eben, ja, ich brauche das Glück, dass das Vieh auch im Ball bleibt. Und leider passiert das nicht immer. Ein Glumanda? Ah, ja, stimmt. Aber definitiv wert, Shiny Glumanda. My mom won't change. A week or 2 ago she came up to me and asked me if she showed me enough affection. Oh, okay. I told her to stop yelling and blowing up at me about tiny things. Then she proceeded to blow up. Oh, no. I kind of saw that coming. Why ask for criticism if you can't handle it? We'll never understand that. Yana, speaking not a language other than English feels so strange, despite you not even having English as your first language. Yeah, English is my 4th language, so... Could you translate what you guys are talking about real quick? He was just asking me how I was. I kind of explained that I've gotten some shinies, most of them fled. That I gotten a shiny Fanpy and a shiny Oddish. Oddish in German is Mirapla. Then I said that was basically a meme at this point. Me getting the Oddish frame. And then he says, yeah, at least you get one. I didn't get a single one, and he's hunting a Charmander. A shiny Charmander. But yeah, that's basically what I want to do for this stream. I don't know any other streamer that does this, honestly. If a French person would come into the stream and ask me something in French, I would definitely also answer in French. And I think that's interesting, isn't it? Get Oddish nerd. Yeah, I get Oddished quite a lot. I just thought that is something unique. Like, which other streamers do you know that can do that? I kind of want to build a international audience, which I've already done. I mean, I have Australians here, I have Americans here, I have British people here, I have someone from Iraq here, I've also have people originally from Dubai. I mean, I really like that. So many cultures, so many different people coming together. That's exactly what I was planning to have. And hopefully I'll... Oh yeah, Arch is Canadian, so that as well. Until now, no Luxembourger, but then again, there's not a lot of us in the world. Well, if you count my husband, he's half Luxembourgish, half Scottish, I guess. His mom is Scottish, but he doesn't have a Scottish passport, so... Maybe not half Scottish, but then again, does he count? Kind of disappointed in some of... Well, not disappointed, to be fair. They have their own lives going on, and my live streams really aren't the center of the universe. Definitely not. But, well, kind of not sad, but... Well, maybe a bit sad that some of my friends aren't... Like my Luxembourgish friends aren't here. But then again, I do know they got a lot on their minds and a lot going on in their lives. So... My ego doesn't get destroyed when they don't come here. Because I know the stream isn't the most important thing ever. And that is another shiny Phanpy. And it flees. Of course it does. Why does that always happen? Like, what is that now? Level 29 again? Same frame? Keeps happening. Just want a Heracross, for Christ's sake. Ja, wenn du das gesehen hast, Young Money Racing, das passiert hier jetzt sehr oft. Einfach nur Shiny bekommen, aber es ist nicht der Frame, den du an sich wolltest. Ich will ja einen Scarabon haben, nicht kein Phanpy. Und dann kriege ich einen Phanpy. Natürlich ist es Shiny, aber ich habe schon 15 Stück. Und ja, flieht es jetzt oder bleibt es? Das ist immer die Frage, aber... Ah, Scarabon, das will ich. I want a Heracross, that's what I said. Because the German name for Heracross is Scarabon. That is a pretty cool name. Some names I prefer in other languages, and some I prefer in English. Really depends on the Pokemon. And sometimes I forget the English name, but only can remember the French name for some reason. That sometimes happens. And my Fire Red and Leaf Green, they are in Italian. I am currently learning Italian, even though it's still A1. Like, I don't think I could hold a real conversation. Like, if I... Compared to my French and German, definitely not at that level. Far from it, but I'm getting there, and having the game in that language that you're trying to learn is definitely helpful. Oh, hey there, human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Got a shiny Oddish. I mean, you're not definitely not shocked when you hear this, right? And another shiny Phanpy that I don't need, but still no shiny Heracross, so there's that. Looks like that's gonna be a long hunt. Or maybe not, maybe I'll get it within the next hour, let's see. Still willing to stream for at least, like, let's say 50 minutes. Before midnight, if I'm not too tired after then. But right now I'm not, so... Hope still up that I get a Heracross. I'll definitely be happy about that one. I'm good, the strike is finally over. Oh, okay, so... How long was that going on? Like a month? About a month? Isn't that how long the strike went on for? So you can get more food now. At least did the companies budge and the workers get something... Like, did they get a better deal, hopefully? Little under a month, okay. It wasn't that far off. And next Saturday, I don't know if I'll be able to stream. I'll be at an event in Luxembourg where I'm gonna be with my astronomy club, amateur astronomer club. I'm part of a club like that in Luxembourg. And I'm gonna show people, and mainly also children, how to use a sun telescope. So probably gonna be very tired afterwards, but hopefully I'll be able to stream still. I'll let you know either way. 13%, as in 13% pay increase. Oh, that's something. Even though I'm not sure if that would be okay given how inflation has made everything even more expensive, but still. They managed to get a pay raise, that's all that counts. Well done. Now Human Name can get his food bag again. Hopefully you do. Right, let's see what I get now. No, it's not a shiny. Barely any difference. I really hate these shinies. But luckily the evolution has a nice shiny brown instead of grey. Yeah, all these shinies, one shiny cost me 500 Poké Dollars here. I could do the video battle method, but I haven't really successfully pulled it off yet. And I've gotten a oh yeah, I might show this. I've gotten another gold symbol. That was really freaking hard. Basically it's the palace where your Pokemon choose the moves and not you. And I've just gotten the worst RNG in these couple of battles, but the last one, that one went really well, so... Yeah, 100%ing this game is actually very hard. Not just because of unfair RNG in the battle facilities. Especially with the battle factory, I just get the worst RNG ever. Makes me so angry, I like... Come on, let me win for once. But no, you get the crit. And you always hit yourself when you're confused. You know, you always miss the critical moves. Ah yes, tail is all this time. No, I have a webcam, unfortunately. I would show you the glass, or not glass, but the water jug that I have, because it's from Japan. It's a Pokemon Center one with Latias and Latios on it. It's very cute. What have you done to Angel RNGs? I don't know, I must have angered them, because the RNG that I get in the Battle Factory is definitely a joke. Like, I always miss, I always get the crits, as in, not my attacks, but I get them as an attack on me, or on my Pokemon. But yeah, Battle Factor is really freaking hard to get, even the silver symbol. The Battle Survivor thing, that is definitely the easiest one to get gold. That's also the first one I've gotten gold on, because it's very short. Battle Pyramid is pretty fun. I've gotten silver on that one. I have to try for gold as well. I've also seen people, you can actually get shinies in the battle pyramid, which is very unfortunate because you're unable to catch any Pokemon in that mode. I was always afraid as a kid running into an accidental shiny there, because I think my brother knew someone who did, and well, Yeah, you can't really catch it, so you're forced to stare at it and just regret what just happened. I wish they would at least like they did introduce shiny locking into the games, but why not shiny lock those? I mean, that is very evil to have a shiny that appears and then you're unable to catch it. I mean, come on. Isn't that mean? Alright, 3 seconds. Come on, let it be a Heracross this time. And what do I get? I get a Natu. Not even a shiny one. What's kind of lacking now? I'm better than this. What's wrong? Or is it that stupid NPC advancing my frames again? Fortunately, that is a problem with the Safar-Zone. Of course, only a problem if you are RNG manipulating like I am. Like this one, he also moves. Ah, stop moving so much. I should be the one who moves. And the shiny Heracross should move into my Pokeball. Oh well, reset again. Hey there, Oddish. Don't want that. No unnecessary frame advancements, definitely not. Still want that shiny Heracross tonight. So if I don't get it tonight, well, I'll have to try again. And I do kind of want to go over to the other safari areas. Area 5 and Area 6. You have some really interesting new shinies. Okay. Good. So what do you think? Should I... will I still get the Heracross, or do you think maybe another time? It didn't appear last time. It just appears to be a frame that I don't really hit that much. Well, there's only 2 of them, so go figure. To those who hate RNG manipulation, try doing anti-RNG manipulation. Try using the software to get as far away from shiny frame as possible. Well, wouldn't that still... that would still be RNG manipulation, just... the opposite of what I'm doing. But yeah, in TAS runs, as in TAS, tool assisted speed runs, you also like they also do RNG manipulation, but to get the best stats. And there's a video online about someone going, I think it's in Emerald, using RNG manipulation with a TAS editor, like that TAS program. And he gets like tons of shinies, and in the description he actually shows his calculations for the odds of that happening without RNG manipulation, and it's something absurdly large, like not as in astronomical odds, as in that would basically never happen in thousands of universes. It's ridiculous. I think it's... the odds are 1 to 1 to the 1 times 10 to the power of over 100, so... yeah, maybe odds of 10 to the power of minus over 100 or something like that. So less than a Google, if I'm not mistaken. Or 1 in a Google, around that. Well, let me check. I just remember it's so absurdly nigh impossible that I just love the... shout out to the nerds who post the calculation and the... like all the numbers there. I love nerds like that. I found the video. Oh wait, no, that's another one. That's for Gligar only. He did get a Gligar there. I do remember that. Maybe if I find the video, I'm gonna send it to you. But yeah, the odds were just beyond astronomical. One time, 10. What difference does it matter? The human mind cannot comprehend it. Yeah, we didn't evolve to comprehend such large numbers, definitely. And that's not a shiny, so we reset. Already almost half to midnight. Jeez, have I been playing for almost 2 hours now? It doesn't feel like it. But still, we shouldn't give up. One day I'm gonna get the Heracross. And remember, if I get a shiny, you might also get it as well. So there's that. There we go. No wild encounter before that. Great. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the stream as always. Yeah, thank you for being part of the stream as always. And yeah, see you on Wednesday hopefully. And enjoy your Sunday. So goodbye and good night. Oh, after the stream I really need to open a window because it's... I mean, it says 14 degrees outside, and in my, like, this room, like, we have a computer room or like a desk room, a work room, I guess. And there's 2 computers running, people breathing in and out, humans exerting heat because, I mean, thermodynamics, not that we choose not to, right? That's just what's gonna happen, but wow, it kind of is very warm inside. Gonna head out myself. Cheers. Alright, Fiery Chameleon, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And yeah, see you on Wednesday hopefully. So goodbye and good night. Yeah, won't be able to stream on Monday and Tuesday. Next time will be Wednesday. And it's gonna be Wild Wednesday again. And after that, on Tuesday, we'll go for the Wynard egg again. And should that work out, then I'm gonna finally return to the shiny only challenge. I definitely don't need to forget that streaming format. And then also get accustomed more with Adobe Premiere. So I can finally start making videos again, not just streams. Because that's what a lot of my subscribers are waiting for. Just realized I may not be able to watch any of the streams while I'm in Germany. No problem. I mean, I usually stream really late. And you'll be in the same time zone as I am, so... Maybe because I can't bring my iPad or any other devices with me. And the Wi-Fi isn't best in my experience. To be fair, in Germany, usually the Wi-Fi in hotels is pretty good. Trying to think of a hotel experience in Germany where the hotel Wi-Fi wasn't good, and I can't think of one. The only one I can think of that was not in Germany, it was in Austria, and that wasn't a hotel, it was like a... I don't know how you even call that, a pension, kind of? And well, they basically only had one router for 4 guests. Yeah, of course that didn't really work out. Okay, let's see. No, oh come on, very disappointing. You can't bring your iPad because that is the same iPad where you spilled the water on, I assume. To be fair, I've only stayed in hotels in England. I'll be bringing my Switch to Germany so I can try and hook that up to the TV. Yeah, in my experience, the internet isn't that bad. Definitely not. Ooh, I should pay attention not to walk into the grass like that. Don't want to have to do the resets over again. Jesus, that Heracross really doesn't want to get caught, does it? It's the same iPad I talked about earlier, yeah. Okay, I see. Do you already have a hotel? Oh yeah, you already have a hotel in Hamburg, don't you? Yeah, Hamburg is like 6 hours or 5 hours from Luxembourg, so I definitely need to get a hotel. And unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money right now. Like last time I traveled was always with my parents, and they paid for it. So yeah, of course I can afford that. If you don't have to pay anything, then you can afford it, definitely. For some reason, my throat is very dry. Oh geez, it's so freaking warm inside. Definitely need to open the window. And I think you don't hear it on the recording, but there's a lot of crows cawing outside. I don't even know why. I fed them today. I basically feed them every day. They come really close. All I need to do is open the window, and I yell for them, and there's already one crow, maybe even more. They already fly very close. They just land, and then they wait for me to put the food on the windowsill. And they just... it's very funny. Ask your parents to pay for a Hamburger hotel. Yeah. I mean, when is it again? I would even need to pick up, but then again, like, I don't want to ask them to pay for this and for that. Like, nah. Sorry for not coming back sooner. Everything took much longer than I thought. Hey, no problem, cried to Skywaker, no problem. Well, no shiny Heracross anyway, so... I did get a Oddish, of course, and a Fanpy, and that's it. So not the most fruitful of streams, but of course, you never know what you're gonna get. Was kidding, but June 22nd. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, that would be cool, but like, sorry. It's always funny when you say, hey, let's just drive to Hamburg or to Bavaria. Like, no, that's like 7 hours of driving. If you go there, then you're done. You're super tired after having driven for so long. And then you need a hotel. Because I'm not going to drive 7 hours back. That is just a bit much. And of course the traffic jams sometimes that will make the situation even more annoying. I'm heading out, slowly preparing for sleep night. Alright, cried the Skywaker. Well, so thank you so much for Was about to say welcome. What the hell? Well, you're always welcome, of course. But yeah, I was about to say thank you for being part of the stream, as always. And have a good night. And see you next time. So sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Yeah, that would be terrifying. Alright. Please stop moving, NPCs. Please don't advance my frames. And don't do the wheelie thing. I don't need that. There we go. Pitch black outside now. Well, when I started the stream, it was still sunny. Well, you definitely see that the Earth is getting closer and closer to the solstice position. Summer solstice, of course. Not the winter one. Well, at least yes, for the winter one for Australians and anyone who lives under the equator. But I don't live there. I'm not from down under. I'm from the upper parts. So yeah, summer is already definitely starting. The sun was like the rays, then they just came crashing onto my skin today. And funny how you said to my post, James, like I voted today, right? And you said I didn't. Well, of course, but your votes will be this month, but I think in 2 weeks, was it? I don't remember. Oh, how quiet the chat has become. And the streamer as well. Maybe it's also time for me to head to bed. If my reaction time suffers too much, then RNG manipulating won't be too much of a use then. And tomorrow's gonna be Monday. Oh wait, well, it's 23, 33 are the votes not done now in Luxembourg? Let me check. Have to check the website. Definitely want to know which party probably gonna get very crappy results as always. Oh god, of course, yeah. What did I expect, right? Hey there, Eddie Anderson. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? That is true. If you miss the frames, then you cannot whatsoever get a shiny. Yeah, sometimes I get a shiny regardless because of the adamant synchronizer. But for a second I thought, well, there we go again. But no, this is not a shiny. But yeah, at one point my reaction time just suffers too much, and then it's pretty much worthless to continue. Oh, so many right-wing parties that got more seats. Ugh. As if that's gonna solve our problems. Have I opened a history book in your lives? Probably not. Oh well. I did my voting, I did my thing. That's all I can do. I'm doing good. Sorry, busy multitasking. Hey, no problem. I don't expect everyone to be chatting all the time. I'm also a multitasker when it comes to watching streams. Usually do something else while watching someone stream. But yeah, not so many good news there. Oh well. I did my thing. That's all I can do. Unfortunately. In Luxembourg, you have to go vote. It's obligatory, it's mandatory. But, like in Germany, it's not like that. And I'm always angry when young Germans are like, oh, I hate these old politicians doing that. And then I ask them, well, did you ever go vote? No. Well, then continue crying then. Like, what kind of lifestyle is that? Complaining about when people come into power that you don't want to? Well, then vote. At least you've done something then. Playing AFK Arena and doing doubles on black for a shiny temple. Oh, that is definitely multitasking. Though I don't know how, I mean, AFK Arena, I've seen tons of ads for it, I've never played it. I'm not so much a mobile game person. July 4th is voting day for us. Do you already know who you're voting for? Just put an empty piece of paper in the box? No. I mean, if you do that, sure, that's your right. But then don't complain if stupid circus clowns get elected. That's my philosophy on the whole thing. I've never given an empty piece of paper. Not judging people that do that, but just then don't proceed to complain about the results because, well, could have at least put your vote in then. Don't plan to vote? You don't have to in the UK? Yeah, but don't at least vote the Tories out. I mean, they're destroying your country. I told you that before, right? Maybe that wouldn't be such a stupid idea. Right, let's see. 20 seconds. Completely agree with you on that. Thank you, Addy Anderson. But yeah, don't complain about the politics if you just give a empty paper or if you don't vote at all. That's on you. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna head to bed after this. And no shiny. Oh well. Maybe it's for next time for the shiny Heracross. Hopefully it will. And, well, as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And the next time I'm gonna stream will be on Wednesday. So, until then, have a good one. Goodbye and good night.